So sorry I haven't uploaded in a while here. That is
highly classified information.
But today, my friends, we're going over my theories for Piggy chapter 10, 11, and 12. So let's just get started. Alright, so theory number 1, chapter 10. So as we know, chapter 9 ends with you talking with, I guess we'll say, Arthur and a zebra. So at the end of the talk, you'll notice that there is a mysterious shadow figure that looks kind of like Sans. So my theory is that that is a deformed or infected bunny. So yes, I know what a lot of people will be like in the comments.
Oh my gosh, Dark, a bunny died. She oofed at the end of chapter 7, the metro.
But no, she could possibly still be alive, because think about it. Bunny probably had the potion, and she said that the weird thing is she didn't get infected right away, because in chapter 4, when we go to rest, the doggy had the potion in the middle of the night, and you could see the bottle. It was right there, and it was still nighttime when she got infected, and it wasn't the middle of the day, it was in the middle of a night. Now, this could mean a few things that I'll get to in a bit here, but we meet Doggy in the end of chapter 2, the station, and continues to live normal until chapter 4, which ends with you finding a phone type thing. We'll just refer to it as a walkie-talkie for right now. So you then use that in chapter 5, and you're here, and then you like call Mr. P. He's just like, so then you're just like, hello, my name is Mr. P. Listen, I need you to rescue my friend, and so. You get the general idea. You obviously rescue Bunny and then meet Mr. P in the sewers at the end of chapter 5, and then you say you don't feel so good, and then you pass out. Now, what I'm guessing is that while you pass out, before Bunny took you to the hospital, Mr. P gave Bunny the potion. Like, alright, Mr. P gave Bunny the potion, and then she took a sip of it and then took you to the hospital. You then try not to get infected, and you go to meet Mr. P on the roof, and he's strangely left without you. So you then go through the metro and escape with Bunny. Bunny doesn't come the first time, and you ask her come, and then she's like in a second or something like that. Now, what I think happened is in that time she started to feel ill, and then she tried to stop feeling like that illness, and then now there was a suspicious note from Mr. P saying, I have to do this for our own good. Now, in the beginning of chapter 7, she says she needs some rest, and then in the end, Bunny reveals that she could possibly be infected. She informs you that she's possibly been infected from the potion, and this is where some interesting stuff comes in. So, she drank the potion in the beginning of chapter 5, then how could she not be infected all the way through now, her last appearance in the game? Or is it? So let's do the math here, alright? So Bunny drank the potion after you got knocked out, right? So it will probably take her about 30 minutes to get you to the hospital, because that's pretty realistic. Like 30 minutes to 40 minutes, I don't know, we'll just say 30. Then probably another 5 minutes to check in and make sure you have a mask on, because you're at a place with the people that have the virus. And then you get on the hospital bed, and then that would take another 2 minutes or so to get you to the hospital room, and then about an hour or so to escape the hospital, and then another hour or so to escape the metro. Alright, yeah, hi guys, so it's me from the future. So anyways, as I said, we're gonna bring out a calculator for this. So as I said, I actually have the script to the video here, because there's no reason not to script this video. But anyways, so it takes 30 minutes, so we're gonna go 30, so then plus, we'll say, what do we say here? Plus another 30 minutes, plus another 40 plus like another 5 minutes. So then plus another 5 minutes, and then plus another 2 minutes. Okay, yeah, there we go. So then plus another 2 minutes, and then plus another 60 minutes. So then plus 60 minutes, that equals 127 right here, guys. That is 127. So like 127 total minutes, like 2 hours. That's like crazy. Like that's 2 whole hours. So yeah, if it's 2 whole hours then and Doggy got infected in just a matter of minutes, then how could Bunny be infected in like that long? It just doesn't make sense, right? So yeah, now my 2 guesses are either that she was super close from oofing or getting infected, or that she is immune to the potion. Now obviously you guys can let me know in the comment section down below. Alright, so I'm on Minitoon's Twitter page right here, and it said, I don't want to get political, but chapter 10 is coming next weekend. So he obviously said that this is the leaks, and he said these are emoji hints for chapter 10, and it is money and a credit card. Now, obviously, so if it's money and a credit card, this is what I'm thinking. So if I go to @Asimo3089, we've also got some news on some new like jailbreak UIs and stuff. That's pretty cool. But he said right here we're adding some like Piggy events, and back on Minitoon's Twitter, it said that that it's money and a credit card, and jailbreak money and like a bank and stuff, bank robbing. It's kind of their thing, you know. Bank robbing. It's kind of jailbreak's thing. So I'm assuming that chapter 10 is going to be the jailbreak Piggy like crossover thing. Okay, so I'm just gonna assume that the jailbreak event isn't canon to the actual Piggy storyline, and if you don't know what canon means, then look it up. So I'm going to say, now I'm not gonna say how I think the jailbreak Piggy crossover is going down, so, and let me know in the comments down below if you guys are excited for the event. So chapter 11 will probably start with you and Zebra and Arthur getting into the safe place, and you notice that it's locked, and you go and like you notice that it's like the way you go out is locked, and you're locked in, and then you go to rest, and then you hear the door break down, and you see someone that reminds you of Bunny, and a dialogue thing shows up, and then it's just like, Bunny, is that you? And then Bunny doesn't reply, and then Bunny just infects Zebra and Arthur, and then you do all the stuff to break out, and then once you break out, you run into Mr. P, and then there's like a dialogue between you and Mr. P in the end, just like, and then you're just gonna be like, hand over the cure, Mr. P. And then Mr. P obviously just says, you think it's this easy? And then he whips out a potion and then drinks it, and then he just infects himself, and then boom, that just does it, and then he's infected, and then that ends chapter 11. So then in chapter 12, you find out that Mr. P barricaded the door to the police station, so you couldn't arrest him, and you have to find the things you need to get into the police station. Once you unlock the police station door, you then need to get the gun, and then shoot, or I guess stun Mr. P, and then he has the cure in his pocket, and then you find George, and then once you take the cure from him, you go into the station, you find George Pig in the station, and then you cure George, which cures the entire disease, because if you cure the first infected, it cures the entire thing, and then the end scene is all of the infected comes back uninfected, and you arrest Mr. P, and then you earn, like, I'm gonna assume you earn like a badge or something, and for finishing the story if you've played every map. And yeah, so that is basically my theory on how the entire chapter, in the entire Piggy story is gonna end. You guys can let me know down below in the comments if you guys agree with this or not. I personally think that this is how the entire Piggy story is probably gonna end. And yeah, so let me know in the comments down below if you guys do agree with this in some kind of way, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.